The Ethiopian National Dialogue Commission has been established for bringing national consensus in the country. The Commission has been established to bring about individuals, societies, groups, and communities from across the country to sit and discuss together matters. According to the Chief Commissioner of the Ethiopian National Dialogue Commission, Professor Mesfin Araya, idea differences in the country has made the country lose a lot of lives and lose properties and made thousands of people displaced. In these 3 days here in Addis Ababa, the National Dialogue Commission is having a session from federal institutions and associations to gather and screen agendas. According to the Chief Commissioner of the Dialogue Commission, the Commission has so far just held 14 sessions across the nations. High-ranking government officials, regional leaders, and other representatives from across the nation are here in Addis Ababa to gather agenda, to discuss agendas, and to screen. Commissioner of the Ethiopian National Dialogue Commission, Dr. Jonas Adaye, explains what the National Dialogue Commission has been doing so far in terms of achieving its goals and objectives.
The 14th round of our national dialogue, I'm sure you have seen it. We have at the federal level people coming to give us their own agenda, at the same time to select participants at the national level, that is, which is going to be conducted, God willing, after 3 or 4 months, inshallah, God willing, as we say. And they also are going to get engaged in exercising democracy at grassroots level, because the fundamental deficit in Ethiopian politics or political culture is failure to listen to each other. That's what we really observed throughout Ethiopia, throughout our reading and researching and publishing, as well as Associate Professor of Peace Studies itself. So I think one important value of the dialogue, which, as you said, for the process, is listening to each other. And at the same time, of course, respect each other's views. So we have these 3 fundamental objectives. The first one is national consensus building. The second one is building trust between the state and society. At the same time, society and society. And the third one is making dialogue Ethiopia's culture. So whenever we have some disagreements or grudges, we don't need to run to the jungle and start shooting each other, but rather come to round table discussions or come to the shade of a tree, according to our culture, and then discuss, debate, dialogue. Finally, we can be winners. No one is a winner, a loser, but all emerging winners. So far, the process then, as we've all time and again, of course, expressed, very smooth. And so far, 126,000 people took part in the very discussion itself, and 13 regional states and city municipalities, city administrations.
Despite the efforts of the National Dialogue Commission, there are armed groups in the country, there are individuals who are not involved. Commissioner Jonas Adaye explains what the National Dialogue Commission has been doing just to convince them and to make them get involved in the consultations. And then he calls upon those armed groups and other individuals to get involved in the national consultation.
From our part, we've been time and again extending our invitations, our calls and demands to come and take part in the national dialogue process. And when we say that, we're not putting any attachment, any condition, but rather they can hold all their arms and they can send their delegations, their representatives. Secondly, they could possibly also send us their agenda from wherever they are. If they can't come physically, then we could even make it virtually, for instance, through Zoom meetings. This is all we have been calling. And we also have been asking the cooperation of international partners, and very genuinely, very kindly, American Embassy and some other European, as well as, of course, Chinese embassies as well, been very much cooperating, and particularly the American Embassy. The other day, I'm sure you have heard, a couple of weeks ago, they already laid out some of the plans, but the response was not that encouraging. So we kept on asking our partners, our international partners, because Ethiopia's peace is the peace of the world. So when Ethiopia is at peace, almost the whole of Horn of Africa is at peace with itself. Africa is at peace with itself. Regarding these armed groups, we have been making a call. We have been also inviting formally in different independent entities such as the international Red Cross societies and some embassies were just mentioned, and they also have been trying their level best. And we also have been trying to make use of indigenous knowledge through our priests, elders.
Many people just have a concern about the outcome of the national consultations. According to the commissioner, the inability of Ethiopians to reconcile those idea differences has made the country sacrifice a lot. So how far or to what extent is the Commission optimistic about the outcome of the national dialogue in the country?
I am absolutely optimistic. Life, as Shakespeare says, is what you make. And as the Bible also says, as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So my thinking is, things will not keep as they are. Anything certain in the world is uncertainty itself. So in this uncertain, in this constantly changing world, the best way really is to be open-minded, to be optimistic, and to be at the same time ready to learn from each other and construct the nation together.
Well, as the National Dialogue Commission's activities is getting to the final stage, a lot of activities are still expected from the national dialogues, from other stakeholders, including the government, individuals, and every citizens, to make these national consultations a reality and fruitful.